A movie night with my stepson took an unexpected emotional turn. It was a quiet Saturday evening when Olivia decided to plan a cozy movie night at home. Ever since her husband Mark had to travel overseas for work, the house felt emptier than usual. The only company she had was her stepson, Ethan, who had moved back home after college while figuring out his next steps in life. Olivia had always tried her best to build a strong bond with Ethan. When she married Mark 6 years ago, Ethan was still in high school, shy and reserved. It took time and patience, but she felt they had developed a warm, if sometimes tentative, connection over the years. Tonight, she wanted to strengthen that bond even more. She went all out, made buttery popcorn, ordered Ethan's favorite pepperoni pizza, and even picked up a couple of his favorite sodas. She had picked a lineup of classic action movies, hoping to watch them back to back until they both fell asleep on the couch. As she set up the living room, she felt a warmth in her chest that she hadn't felt in a long time. When Ethan finally came downstairs, his hair messy and his eyes still sleepy from his late afternoon nap, Olivia greeted him with a big smile. "Hey, ready for movie night?" she chirped, handing him a soda. Ethan grinned, looking genuinely happy. "Wow, you really went all out." "Thanks, Olivia." They settled on the couch, each pulling a blanket over themselves. The first movie started, and for a while, they watched in comfortable silence. Occasionally, Ethan would laugh loudly at a scene, and Olivia found herself laughing too, even if she didn't fully understand the joke. Halfway through the second movie, Olivia noticed Ethan growing quiet. He stopped laughing, and his focus seemed to drift away from the screen. She glanced over at him and saw his jaw tense, his eyes glossy, as if he was lost deep in thought. "Hey," Olivia whispered softly, nudging his arm. "Are you okay?" Ethan turned to her, his expression conflicted. He hesitated for a few seconds before finally speaking. "I don't know. I guess I've just been feeling really lost lately." Olivia paused the movie and turned her full attention to him. "What's on your mind?" she asked gently. Ethan exhaled deeply, setting his soda down on the coffee table. "I thought moving back home would give me clarity, but I feel like I'm just stuck. I don't know what to do with my life. Dad's away, my friends are all moving forward, and I'm here, watching movies and eating pizza." Hearing the pain in his voice, Olivia's heart ached. She reached out and placed her hand on his, squeezing it lightly. "I know it feels that way now, but it doesn't mean you're failing. Everyone moves at their own pace. You're not alone in this, okay?" Ethan looked down at their hands, his shoulders trembling slightly. "I just feel like I'm letting everyone down, especially Dad. I know he wants me to be strong, independent, successful, and I feel like I'm none of those things right now." Olivia's eyes softened, and she carefully moved closer, wrapping her arm around his shoulders. "Ethan, you're not letting anyone down. And your dad loves you no matter what. We both do. You're still finding your way, and that's okay." At that moment, something shifted between them. Olivia felt a surge of maternal affection that she hadn't fully acknowledged before. Ethan leaned into her, resting his head on her shoulder. His body shook slightly as he fought to keep his emotions under control. She let him stay there, gently stroking his hair the way a mother might comfort a child. "It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to be scared. You don't have to figure it all out tonight or even this year," she whispered. Ethan took a shaky breath. "Thank you for saying that. I don't think I've ever heard those words from anyone before." Olivia felt tears prick at her eyes, but she held them back. She wanted to be strong for him, to show him that he wasn't alone in his struggles. "I'm always here for you. You can talk to me about anything, anytime. We're a family, and that means sticking together through the good and the bad." Ethan slowly pulled back to look at her, his eyes red and glossy. "You really mean that?" "Of course I do," she replied firmly, brushing a stray tear from his cheek. They sat in silence for a while after that, the movie screen flickering softly in front of them. The popcorn had gone cold, the soda was flat, but none of that mattered anymore. What started as a simple movie night had turned into a raw, honest moment of vulnerability and connection. Eventually, Ethan reached for the remote and restarted the movie. He leaned back against Olivia, more relaxed now, as if a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. Olivia felt a deep sense of peace settle over her. She had always hoped to be a good stepmother, but tonight, she felt like she had truly become a mother figure in Ethan's life. As the final movie credits rolled past, Ethan yawned and stretched his arms above his head. "That was actually nice," he said, his voice low and a little sleepy. Olivia smiled warmly. "I'm glad. We should do this more often, don't you think?" Ethan nodded, a small smile tugging at his lips. "Yeah, I'd like that." They turned off the TV and began gathering the dishes and snack wrappers. Even in the small, mundane tasks, Olivia noticed a new warmth in the air, a sense of trust and comfort that hadn't existed before. When Ethan stood up to go to bed, he paused and turned to her. "Good night, Olivia. And thank you for everything tonight." She stepped forward and wrapped him in a gentle hug, holding him close for a moment. "Good night, Ethan. Sleep well." He disappeared up the stairs, and Olivia stood there for a few seconds longer, absorbing the emotions of the night. She felt an overwhelming gratitude for the moment they had shared, for the openness, the tears, the unspoken promise that they would be there for each other. As she turned off the lights and headed to her own room, Olivia realized that tonight had been more than a movie night. It was a turning point in their relationship, a deep emotional bridge that brought them closer as a family. And even though she knew there would be more challenges ahead, she felt ready to face them, together with Ethan. In the end, the unexpected emotional turn they took wasn't about the movies or the snacks. It was about finding each other in the silence, discovering strength in vulnerability, and creating a bond that would last beyond any Saturday night.